When you have number 1 beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see the number 1 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Terrapins will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wolverines offense will go on the attack first. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
There he goes. Inside the 40, the 30, at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Terrapins offense has its first opportunity of the day. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance, and this offense has got to grow.
There he goes! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. The pull and throw off the RPO.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this year after year. Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
Looking for a man. It's Coffee. Rushes on him. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And how about this defense? Your offense goes right down the field, scores on the first drive, and now you come out, get a big sack on third down, and force a punt. You talk about creating momentum early and shutting the home crowd up. Mission accomplished.
And the Terrapins will punt it away on fourth down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. They'll try the run. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The run from the shotgun. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Graves. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's West. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Wolverines decide to punt it away. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They'll give it to the back. Got the 1st down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's West. Deep shot for the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference. How many times do you think they're going to run that one back in film study? Don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. That's a penalty, that's a penalty, that's a penalty. It'll be a long... Breaks into the open. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on first down. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Terrapins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Ramsey. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Terrapins will line it up on 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to pass, it's Coffee. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Virginia Tech is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Michael Vick should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia Tech. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Wide receiver going in motion. Here comes the speed on the jet sweep.
I love the execution by the defense here. Hey, listen, the jet sweep obviously more and more popular. We got to contain the edges. We can't let him get wild outside. Nice job containing the football, everybody rallying and limiting the damage on the...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. It's complete on the right side. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the 1st quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Going to the run, it's Mims. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll try to power their way ahead. Nice move there. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. And the Wolverines are rolling down the field. Got his man quickly. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Ball's at the 27. His offense facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Coffee. Here's a heat. He's got his man. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. And the Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a 1st down. The defender got a little desperate there. Grabbed, held, and the offense will take the penalty. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. This one's complete. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Here's the handoff. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
And the Terrapins will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So here comes the Michigan offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Right back to it. Spins away from the defense. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. The give to the tailback. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. They'll move the tight end. They go to the ground. Quick spin on the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. To the air, it's West. Grab near the marker, it's Vincent. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Wolverines are on the move. The give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Trying to burn this defensive back. Grabs it at the 25-inch stride. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Graves. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
The Wolverines trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Stopped at the 16 after the interception, and that return has them in business.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Turning it on.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Looking to throw, it's Coffee. Flips it out on the screen. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44, and big time pickup on that one. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. Right down the middle. Finds the big tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. Under fire. The Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Finds his big tight end. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He'll pull it on the read. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trying him out.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Sweet spin. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. The offense will quickly use a timeout. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking for a man. It's West. Unloads it downfield. Brings it in down the left side. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. He wants it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wolverines. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Makes a man miss. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the shell.
The Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Going to the run to start this second half. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Got the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. To throw, it's Coffee. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Wants to throw on first down. Pucks it out of the air. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Terrapins come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. He slides that just inside the right upright. They're hanging around here. Leads down to 12.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. A strike downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, what a move to get open. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And the Wolverines come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Oh, they're after him. Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Snags a quick pass on the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. From the gun, running back gets the give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. The play action fake. It's complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Terrapins getting set on first and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. From the gun, running back on the move. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game. To the air, it's Coffee. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And the Terrapins will punt this one away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They believe they can run right here. Past the first down marker and still running. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football, you've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Finds his man. It's Cheek. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And this offense, man, here in the second half, they give up another sack, and they're just not as crisp. Like first half, it felt like they were in a good rhythm. Nice job by this defense. After half, coming out with some adjustments that has confused this offense.
The Wolverines line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Looking downfield, it's Coffee. Right on the money. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down. The Terrapins will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Looking for room, it's Mims. Picks up the first down. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to fire on second down. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. The Wolverines really need to keep this drive alive on third down. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And there's something you don't see very often, a fumble on a quarterback sneak, and quarterback's got to do a really good job of bellying the ball and securing it before you start pushing forward. I don't know if he ever really had control of it. The defense was able to knock it out and create the takeaway.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Still on his feet at the 45. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Back to throw, it's Coffee. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And the Terrapins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up?" Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. To the ground. He's got it again.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Jukes his way for more. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The running back has it. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. The Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He'll do it himself. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Ready to try the point after. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Virginia Tech is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by 11 to Georgia Tech.
Scanning the field, it's Coffee. Pocket breaking down.
It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws for the tight end. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the returner will be brought down. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers there.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
With the catch, it's Cheek. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Wants to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quick handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. It's a draw. Can't get him to the ground. Not going to get there. Not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Last drive was a quick 3-and-out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Dropping back, it's Coffee. Gets rid of it. He's got it. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Terrapins want to move quickly.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Fires to the right. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. The handoff keeps working on that clock. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The give to the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Lining up to convert third down. Back to throw, it's West. He's got the tight end to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. He'll keep it himself. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. With the clock running, this should be the final play. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.